Hey guys, what's up? lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the brand new 2018 action, adventure, rom-com, drama, Aquaman, starring Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, Nicole Kidman, so many other people. The guy who plays Ed in the Conjuring films, who's also in Insidious, which makes sense because James Wan, the perfect Aussie director that he is, who did the Conjuring series, who did the Saw series, who did the Insidious series, who did Furious 7. Like, James does awesome films. He does awesome films. He does awesome film series. He's got the horror category down. He's got the adventure action categories down. He's got the suspense. He's got the thrills. And now let's throw in some rom-com. So, obviously, Jason Momoa plays Arthur, who is Aquaman in this DC extended universe. I am not a fan of DC. I am more of a fan of Marvel. The Marvel films are obviously far superior than the DC films, but Wonder Woman changed that. And Wonder Woman changed how the DC universe is. Justice League was an embarrassment to mankind, but we got the introduction of Jason Momoa's Aquaman in it. So this Aquaman, James Wan's Aquaman, was a prequel sequel. Awesome. I have explained this to friends a few times. If Fast and Furious had a baby with Guardians of the Galaxy and it was underwater, that's what this film was, because it was just super random, but super poetic and super funny and super dramatic. There was rom-com moments between Jason and Amber, and like you didn't expect it, and you had the same James. Let me tell you, I'm a fan of certain people. I'm a fan of certain people, actors and actresses. I'm a certain fan of directors. I'm a certain fan of producers. Directors tend to do what they're comfortable doing, right? So it's you can tell a Tim Burton movie without even knowing that Tim Burton actually directed it. You can tell a Rob Marshall movie without telling that Rob Marshall directed it. You can tell a Spielberg movie without knowing that Steven Spielberg directed it. Ron Howard, same concept. Like, you can tell that these guys and girls make these movies because it's the same style that they're used to doing. So James Wan has a very particular style film. Now, the same exact rooftop chase that we saw in 2015's Furious 7 in Rio, in Brazil, is the same exact thing that we just saw on rooftop chasing within the roofs of Sicily in 2018's Aquaman. And it's fun because you're like, me and certain film critics are like, that's a James Wan move, like rooftop chasing. I get it, like, because he's comfortable doing that. There were such smart writing with this Arthur character that my favorite scene. Now, I went to go see this with my buddy Jesse. His birthday just happened. We needed to go celebrate. We had our popcorn and monsters and Sour Patch Kids. It was quite a memorable experience. So, in one of the earlier scenes that Amber Heard's character of Mera, meets up with Jason Momoa, getting in her cruiser, a fish cruiser, I don't know the name of it. He's announcing to Mary, he's like, bogey on your 6, and she's like, what does that mean? And he's like, bad guy behind us, and she's like, why didn't you just say that? And then as he's panicking, he's like, bad guy behind us, and I just could not stop laughing. It was so funny watching Jason and Amber have that particular moment together. It was just so funny. I just was not expecting humor to come from this Aquaman film, because the DC universe, extended universe in films, is very dark and gloomy and depressing, and you don't laugh during those movies. But this movie kind of changed that because of seeing how great the Marvel formula works. You need that humor with that depression. You need the good with the bad. DC only does bad with bad, and it has not worked within the box office. Marvel's formula works. So I'm glad that Jason noticed this, and Jason knows how to actually do this and put it together. Not Jason, Well, James, yeah, Jason, but I'm talking about James. James Wan actually did it. So that's why I say Fast and Furious had a baby with Guardians of the Galaxy under the water, and it was great. Now, to see Jason play this mixed-raced character, he himself is mixed-raced. His mother's primarily from Germany, either she comes from like Iowa or Idaho, one of those states. His father is a native Hawaiian. Jason's very familiar with the haka, which is a ceremonial war dance performed primarily in New Zealand, but the South Pacific Islands all tend to do their own haka. And it was nice seeing Jason do the haka on different premieres. He just crashed a wedding in Hawaii recently. Like, he moved back to Hawaii after he graduated high school, and he actually, like, his first like Hollywood thing was when Baywatch went to Hollywood, when Baywatch went to Hawaii. But I only actually technically know his work starting as in Game of Thrones. What year was that? 2011, 2012, whatever year he played Drogo in, not Drogo. Oh my God, the Dothraki leader. It's not coming to me. Brain is mush. It's all that sugar I had today. But that was my first introduction to Jason as a character. Jason as an actor played an amazing character. So when they announced that Jason was going to be Aquaman being introduced in Justice League, I was curious because Aquaman is not anything like what Jason looks like. So it was kind of weird, but I get it now. Like, I get it. It's an island guy. It's a coastal guy. It's a people of both worlds guy. Land and sea is one, as Nicole Kidman has professed. There's so much beautiful silver linings on pollution and humanity just being a disgusting force on this earth that the Mother Nature will take it back. And I loved it. I love seeing the conservation aspect of it, as well as the acting, as well as the actual storytelling. I'm not too familiar with Aquaman's story, and the story that James and company provided us on the screen was cohesive. It was wonderful to watch. It was funny. It was fresh. It was a rom-com mixed with drama, mixed with action. The whole Manta villain was neat. Having Arthur fight with his half-brother Orin was neat, and then they come together at the end, and it was nice. It was nice seeing antagonist to protagonist, and it was nice seeing just all of this being worthy, and Jason saying he's not worthy, and getting the trident, and it was good. It was a really good movie. I have no issues with what I saw, and neither should you. Go watch it. Go watch Aquaman. Jason did an awesome, kick-ass job. He's pretty neat. Pretty neat dude. Mucho mahalo, guys.